Before Graham Warburton set foot in South Vietnam as a young soldier, there was already a mountain range unofficially named in his honour. The Nguyen Hills, a stronghold of the Viet Cong, were nicknamed the Warburtons, or Warbies, by Graham's battalion during their training at Holsworthy Base, New South Wales. It was a joke based off the lyrics of a popular song at the time, but this off-the-cuff tribute could not have proven more fitting. On the battlefield, Private Warburton, or Nug as he was known, proved to indeed be a mountain of courage, loyalty, and strength of character. Conscripted in a controversial scheme that was made law without a referendum, Graham, along with many other young men, was selected for a national service to fight in an unpopular war, simply by virtue of his birth date being pulled from the barrel. Graham accepted the responsibility that his nation had given him, and that his life, which was just coming together, was going to be turned upside down.
Dear Sal, thank you for your letter. Yes, I did have a good time at Surfers, but it's not as good as what it's built up to be, but still good. Well, I'm changing my mind about Vietnam. A lot of people don't realise there's a war on over there, a big war, but if I go, I go. And I think it'll be sometime after Christmas. Just got a report on our blokes, and it's not very nice. The film some fellas brought back with them would make you sick.
It's difficult to imagine the thoughts of a young footballer conscripted from Warrnambool, landing in a country so vastly different to his home. The intense heat, the insects, the torrential rain, the towering jungles, and the ever-present dangers of war. Although only 20 years old at the time of his deployment in May 1966, Graham was a natural leader. He arrived supremely fit and ready to fight, and accepted one of the most challenging roles on the battlefield as a forward scout. This is the soldier who walks at the front of the pack, the one who goes first. As fellow soldier and Graham's friend John Harris explains, a forward scout needs to be keen-eyed, cool-headed, and sharply alert to possible dangers. Graham's job was to look out for any signs of the enemy, trampled ground, a tripwire, a bush that looked out of place, while still following the directions of a compass and a map held by a section leader many steps behind him. Graham was, in short, the eyes and ears of his fellow soldiers, and their trust was absolute. As John Harris puts it, it was the most dangerous duty, in a dangerous occupation, in a very dangerous place. Graham's battalion, 5 RAR, was constantly involved in active combat beyond the Nui Dat base, searching, patrolling and ambushing, and coming under direct fire. His leadership on the battlefield drew the attention of his superiors, who were impressed by his calm, his character, and his dedication to duty. He was soon in line for a promotion, which he declined, as he wanted to remain one of the boys. Graham was a popular soldier with an easy laugh and a good sense of humour, who liked to stir his mates, but he was fully attuned to the horrors of war. His own platoon came under mortar attack, leaving many of his friends killed or seriously injured. His company was also part of a sweep-through after the ferocious Battle of Long Tan, where soldiers had to pick their way through hundreds of dead bodies. In the face of such trauma, Graham maintained his faith and strong connection to home. He wrote letters whenever he could, and never left a letter unanswered. In these letters, Graham would occasionally offer glimpses of the reality of war and his very human fears. In one letter he told of the nightmare over here, and how he had lost another mate, and you don't know when your turn is coming.
Dear Sal, I suppose you heard about us being mortared? I've never prayed so fast and so much. It was busy, like all hell had broke loose, and I'd never thought I'd get out of it alive. They were landing as close as 20 yards away. The good Lord must have been with me that day, but not with a few of us. Les was a good mate of mine, but we will always remember him. Dear Sal, we got mortared again, 21 wounded. No wonder my nerves are jumpy. I feel about 30 years old. When I get home, I think I'll sleep for months.
That letter was written in September 1966, just 3 months after Graham had turned 21, and just weeks before his death. Private Warburton was mortally wounded by a sniper shot to the stomach while on patrol in the Nui Dat area on the 1st of October 1966. He was again the forward scout, the man who went first. To quote John Harris, "It's difficult to measure the value of a person's life that did not extend past his 21st birthday. But if it is measured by the significance and weight of loss placed on it by his mates, family, and those who knew him, then in Nug's case, it is immense."